Alright, we got ourselves a solid week in the books. This was definitely a very consistent week. No bad days. A couple underwhelming things, but overall fine. So, we started off with the usual dumbbell bench. 110s, 5 sets of 10, right? That was pretty solid. It was a little bit more difficult than I would have liked, and that's why I didn't go for 120s for max reps and 130s for max reps afterwards. Just was not feeling it after the 5 sets of 10 and decided I was just wanted to focus on incline a bit more. I could just tell if I went for another 2 sets, it would just kind of destroy me when I needed to move on and do incline, and it just was not worth it. So, incline bench was fine, 205 for 8 pause, 220 for 5 pause, 235 for 3 pause. After that, 250 for 3 pause. I was surprised I was still able to get that much, because of how hard 235 felt. 265 for 1 pause. And then 212 with just 2 sets of 8 touch and go. Decline bench press, 205 for 12, 215 11, 225 for 10, 232 for 8, 230 for 10. It's funny how those 2 pounds make such a difference of just struggling to get 8 reps and banging out an easy 10. 3 sets of cable flies, 3 sets of the chest press machine plus a drop set, 3 sets of high to low cable flies including a drop set, then 2-handed dumbbell kickback, 65s, 5 sets of 11, dips, 3 sets of 25, 21, 20. 2-handed supinated cable pushdowns, and then finished with close grip bench with my feet on the bench. And that was pretty pathetic. 135, 15, then 155, 150, 155, 160 for 10, 135 for 10 pause. By that point, I was fried. In the afternoon, I did a walk outside. No running this week, just didn't have the time for it. Tuesday was a good day. Dumbbell rows were pretty good. So 110 for 5 sets of 10. The first set was the weakest, and then it got better from that point on. Range of motion on this set wasn't too good, but again, it improved as the sets went on. And looking back at it now, it's not awful, but I was a bit tight warming up here with this weight. Not that this is really a warm-up, but it was a bit off. So, that's why you should do maybe a warm-up set. But I feel like on back it's easier, depending on the exercise, just to get right into it. I don't know. It's just one of those things where I feel like just a warm-up on dumbbell rows wouldn't exactly be a waste of time, but it would kind of just throw me off by this point, considering how long I've been doing it this way. So, sometimes it's easier to get started than others, but overall, I still did good. Well, if you want to use proper grammar there. So, dumbbell rows. After that, moved on and did lat pull downs. And same thing, lat pull downs were good. Another, maybe, I don't know where I'm going with this. Yeah, they were good. They were good. So when it came to lat pull downs, let me just bring up the notes again. Had to exit out of my phone for a moment. 219, 3 sets of 10. Then 231 for 8, 214 for 12. And then 88 for 12 as a drop set. So yeah, that's fine right there. Lower back was shot still from the deadlifts I did on Sunday before this. I feel like I say that a lot in these videos. But it was one of those times where, lower back was fried from deadlifts from 2 days before this. So I actually did machine rows instead of barbell rows, just to break it up a bit. The machine row, 185, 2 sets of 10, and then 195, 200, 205 for 10. Pull-ups, 3 sets of 11, 2 sets of 10. And then at that point, I'm like, okay, I should do some type of barbell row, so I'm not being a complete pussy. So what I did was I actually did T-bar rows, which I don't really do often, if ever. Maybe I've done those 5 times in my life. Actual T-ball rows with a barbell, old school. It's just one of those things where I think the reason why I just never really done them was they're kind of a pain to set up if you don't have a thing to put in the barbell on the one end to keep it in place. It's kind of hard to keep in place. Finding a handle to use so you're not gripping it awkwardly. It's like one of those things you gotta go and get a handle from like the cables, like a neutral grip handle or whatever. One of those things, it's a lot of people I see do them are standing way too upright and basically just doing little standing shrugs. So it's just one of those things where I'm like, I feel like there's gotta be something better to do. Not that it's a bad exercise, just I like definitely just regular barbell rows better. I think they're overall better, but the T-bar row still has its place. I did enjoy doing it. Definitely want to keep doing it, but I think it felt good. I didn't put too much strain on my lower back, and the way the weight was distributed, like down the middle instead of side to side, was a good feeling. So yeah, I liked it. Then after that, 5 sets of dual pulley cable pullovers. Biceps included barbell preacher curl with an easy curl bar, 80 pounds, 3 sets of 8, 75 pounds, 2 sets of 10. That's not including the weight of the bar because I don't know how much the easy curl bar weighs. Bent over concentration hammer curls, 45, 3 sets of 10, 50, 2 sets of 10, 22 for 2, non-consecutive drop set. Two-handed cable curls, that's right. So holding 2 different cables from each side. 30 for 8, 23, 10, 20, 12, 10 for 15 drop set. Pronated dumbbell curls, 30s, 4 sets of 11. Alternating dumbbell curls seated, 40s, 3 sets of 12. Boxing class, a couple hours later. So Monday and Tuesday were good, lifted, and then did some walking in the afternoon. Tuesday, lifted, and then some boxing. Wednesday brings us to leg day, where I just kind of deloaded and just did 135, 225 for tennis warm-ups, 315 for 3 sets of 10, 320, 2 sets of 10, just to work on my depth. Not really too heavy, just trying to make sure the depth was there after 2 weeks of the depth being kind of iffy. So these were good. Definitely the amount of volume was pretty brutal. It's just the amount of reps and making sure the depth was good was tiring, but it was definitely something that I needed. Front squats, just did 250 for 3 sets of 3. Then after that, we had 5 sets of leg curl machine, 5 sets of leg extension machine, 5 sets of barbell glute bridges, 5 sets of alternating side lunges, 5 sets of seated calf raises, and 5 sets of standing calf raises. So typical leg day. Some good volume, though, to really change it up and make sure I get it in some nice deep squatting. Not that it was super deep, but deeper than the past 2 weeks. So, again, that was needed. Thursday was good. In the morning, we lifted, and then night, MMA class. So, lifting-wise, bench, 137, 227 for 10. 295 for 7, which is a new 7-rep max. So that's something. 307 for 5, 320 for 3, 322, 2 sets of 2, 245 for 10 for pause. So not too bad. Not the best, but not the worst. Then we get to the thing I suck at the most, barbell overhead press standing. 135, 3 sets of 8, 145, 2 sets of 5, 155, 3, 165, 1. Then 4 sets of 1-arm cable vertical raise is lateral raise machine and cable face pulls. Triceps included close grip bench press. Worked my way up to a 295 for 1. Supinated dumbbell kickbacks with dumbbell in each hand, so doing it at the same time. 5 good sets of cable pushdowns. Those were good. 5 sets of ring dips. 5 sets of 12 being the exact. thing that I did. Then did actually low to high cable flies for 3 sets to make up for only doing 4 sets of the shoulder accessories. So getting in something I don't typically do, low to high cable flies. Not one of my favorite things, but did it just to get in some nice upper chest and just something a bit different. Friday was a good day. Friday we have a deadlift, 566 pounds with hook grip and no belt. So that's a new 1 rep max of beltless hook grip, just 4 pounds away from my best beltless. So that was good. Alternating dumbbell curls, 50s, 3 sets of 12, set of 11, set of 10. Wide grip lat pull downs, 220, 3 sets of 8, 210 for 2 sets of 10, 200 for 10. Concentration hammer curls seated, 45, 3 sets of 10, 50, 2 sets of 8. Cable rows, 210, 3 sets of 10, 220 for 10, 230 for 8, 240 for 8. Creature curl machine, 160, 3 sets of 10, 170 for 8, 150 for 12, then drop set, 70, 12, 40, 12. Neutral grip pull-ups, 3 sets of 10. Cable hammer curls with a rope, 110, 3 sets of 10, 100 for 12, 45 for 12 drop set. Pronated barbell curls, 65, 12, 70, 10, 10, 10, 75, 8, and then 5 sets of inside-outside dumbbell wrist curls to finish up. So that brings us to Monday through Friday, and we're still on Thursday footage right here. This 295 for 7, again, not the cleanest, but it's still a PR. It definitely felt better than it did the past couple weeks. It's just really hard to, again, stay locked in when the bench is like this. But the benching on this Thursday was better than I think maybe the last 2 weeks. Definitely better than last week. Last week was not that good. Was the week before the 267 for 3 sets of 10? I gotta double check. But in terms of heavy benching in this rep range, it was definitely a step in the right direction compared to the past couple weeks. So I'll take it. I'll take it as a win. Saturday, tried benching at the one gym I've been going to use a fat pad, and it felt good. So during the warm-ups, I did 295 for 3. Felt like I could have maybe gotten 8 to 10, but wanted to save it for the heavy singles. I'll have to keep that in mind. Heavy singles were not that good though. 335 and 351 for a pause, in which I misgrouped it a little bit. They were a lot tougher than I would have thought. Mostly because I just wasn't used to the fat pad, and the way I was unracking it just wasn't the best. So that kind of threw me off. But it was still fine. I did 275 for 11 reps, which is the most reps I've ever done with 275. So that was something. And then I did my 30 sets of abs. And then I finished off today with deadlifts and a little bit of leg stuff. So 420 for 3 sets of 12. New 3x12 PR, some good volume there. Hook grip, no belt, using chalk. Touch and go reps to keep the tension. And then went up in weight, 455.5, 475.3, 495.1. Seated calf raises, reverse leg press, seated leg curl. Didn't want to do too much just because I want to make sure my legs are still feeling good for Wednesday, this upcoming week. As if I do too much leg stuff on Sunday, I won't be recovered by Wednesday. So, yeah, last thing just to really say is bench could have been better yesterday besides the 275 for 11. It's just if I keep benching on my fat pad bench, I just really got to adjust to it. That's pretty much it. I am recording this voiceover at like 7:45 p.m. on Sunday, but I'm going to go to bed in a couple seconds because I want to wake up early tomorrow for chest and triceps. So this won't be uploaded until sometime Monday. So by the time this is uploaded, I will have already started my the next week. I'd also did the MMA class again on Saturday. So lifted 7 times, boxing once, MMA 2 times. So yeah, that's it.